You know, guys, last year I was so afraid of starting this business because I was always thinking about the thousand of complex things that we need to do in order to open a business. But I was completely wrong. It was actually much easier than I expected. It was insanely fast and it was very cheap. Welcome to TCGQuartier. Welcome to my journey of building this TCG business online step by step here in Europe. Today, I'm gonna show you what needs to be done in order to start TCG business online. Let's start with the bureaucracy. It's always the step that makes someone anxious about it. It's always the first step. Here in Germany, it's actually very easy. First step, you need to register online at the local business registration office. It the cost was around 15 euro. It was very cheap. I live in Berlin. Maybe in other cities, it's gonna be different. Of course, in other European countries, it might also be different. You need to define the activity that you do. For example, in my case, TCG trading or TCG products. And the second step was of define the structure of your business. For example, I'm a sole proprietor, while there are companies like GmbH. That's I think one of the biggest company structure. But of course, if you start alone, this is gonna be your case. In German, for my German followers, it's Einzelunternehmen. Second step, after registration, you don't need to wait for anything. They will of course send you the documentation, but actually from the day you specify on the registration, you can start selling your cards. The second step was the registration at the tax office. You need to specify what is your expected revenue. Very important point for my German followers. If you're counting to build a Kleinunternehmen, that's translated in a little company, a little business, where you can gain a maximum revenue of 25,000 euro in the first year and 100,000 euro in the second year. I also said it in the first video. Go check it out if you didn't watch it already. Here in Germany, if you stay under the Kleinunternehmerregelung, you don't pay the VAT. So in practice, every sale that you do, it's tax free. You need to specify on this registration. Otherwise, you can't register for it for 3 or 5 years. I don't remember exactly. You need also here to ask for the VAT ID. Even though you don't need to pay it, it's important for the registration on car market and on eBay. Third step, which I don't know if there is, if this exists only in Germany, but we need to register for a package license. What is that? This is a license where you specify the expected material usage. For example, I'm gonna use 5 kilos of paper, 10 kilos of plastic for my shipments, of course, and it's gonna cost like 40 euro, if 40 euro, up from 40 euro. It depends, of course, on your usage. If you put the basis, which is more than enough, it's gonna be around 40 euro. Second step, bureaucracy was done. It was around 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You need to open, of course, your platform accounts. In my case, it was Car Market and eBay. On Car Market, they're gonna ask you about your ID, about your business documentation. So you need to wait for this, and then I'm gonna ask you for the VAT ID. As I said, even though you don't need to pay it, you need to ask for it. It doesn't cost anything, it's free, it's fast, and you need it. Same thing as for eBay. You need the VAT ID, you need documentation, you need ID. It's like around some days, some working days to do the whole process. It's not that much. First thing, after the creation of the accounts, you guys need to upload legal texts. These are texts that regulate your business. It's gonna be about your terms of conditions. It's gonna be about the privacy. It's gonna be about the withdrawal, because as a business owner, you always need to guarantee at least 2 weeks of return. Of course, you can decide if it's at your cost. It can be at the buyer's cost. A free choice. Legal tax, I pay a monthly fee of around €7 for car market. I do it through an online service, IT-Kanzlei in German. It costs €7 per month. While through the creation of an eBay shop, I have the legal tax for eBay completely free. Otherwise, on the IT-Kanzlei service, it's also around €12, so it will be around €20 per month having both legal tax. It's safe to have them. You can encounter problems if you don't have them. Usually, you can also use, I would say, tax made from AI, but I didn't feel safe. It's a fee that I want to pay. It's a fee that I'm willing to pay. You have your account. You have your business registered. Only one thing is missing: buying cards and materials. There are a lot of platforms where you can do this. It differs from country to country. Here in Germany, we got Kleinanzeigen. That's I would say like a local eBay. I saw that Vinted has a big TCG department. Otherwise, you can also buy it through car market, eBay. You have local shops. That's it for regards products. It's very difficult to have access to distribution if you are a little business. I tried writing to more or less 10 distributors, and only one accepted me, which offers for Pokemon only Japanese products. If you're interested in other TCGs, they have a huge offers. For example, I was also seeing One Piece. You have a Gundam. I was watching Dragon Ball. Also tops, so football cards. It's full of them. They have you can have much easier access to this kind of distribution rather than Pokemon. For the materials, I have an Amazon list. We're gonna go through this soon. It's a mix of shipping materials. It can be helper like a printer, like label. It's like label etiquettes where you can print directly the address of the buyer. Let's jump directly into it. Okay guys, here we are with the first item. This is a thermal printer, and I use this for printing shipping etiquettes, as I mentioned before. This is life-saving. We need to remember that it's not only about expenses, it's not only about the revenues, it's also about the time. And in the end, time is money. So we need to remember that this kind of things is gonna save us a lot of time, because writing with the pen on the envelope, your address, the address of the buyer, then you need to print out the shipping mark, or you go to the post office shipping it. It's a lot of time. With these things, you just in Germany we can print the shipping marks. We can print them as a QR code with the address and your address directly. I just do a print screen of this shipping mark, and I put it in the software of this printer, and it directly comes out. You don't need any ink. You just need the labels that we're gonna see as next item. This guys is I would say the most important product that I bought. Next item, let me copy the thing here, the link. It's the labels. I use I tried two different sizes. I stick with this. This is 38 millimeters on the side and 90 millimeters on the other side. That's big enough to read the address, to read clearly the QR code. That's perfect. I wouldn't go with smaller. Of course, you have also cheaper alternatives, but I also like to stick with products of the brand of the printer. Next item, it's the envelopes. Envelopes, I use this one. I use this format. It's called, in Germany, it's called C6. We can also, yeah, we can also read here. That's perfect. I don't need any window. I don't also need the longer ones. That's perfect. And I'm gonna show you why it's perfect. First of all, everything goes there. It can be a slab, it can be any cards, it can be a pack of sleeves, everything. Second reason because this is perfect, it's because of this. I use this index cards. It's called index cards for my German followers. It's Karteikarten. It perfectly fits into the envelope, and this gives protection. This fits perfectly into the envelope. You put the card in between. You can put two of them, and it's also a version that I like. You know, it gives a little bit of color. It's also funny, and I like to stick with this. Other shipping material, very important. This is for the higher value cards, boxes. This can also count as a maxi leather. It's actually not even that pricey, since car market, for example, gives you an extra euro when you choose parcel as a shipping method, and on eBay you can set your price for the shipping. So I always do an euro extra to cover the fee and of course the shipping material cost. Penny sleeves, I don't think anyone needs an explanation. I would suggest to directly buy 1,000 because you're gonna need them if you are willing to start this business. And team bags, I use the team bags when I want the cards to be compact. I enjoy them. It's optional. You don't have to, but I like them. I like them to use. I don't think you also need an explanation here, but it's top loader. It's to protect higher values cards. This is not for shipping. This is for grading. If you're willing to grade cards, you need to send them in semi-rigid card holder. You can buy whatever. I found these ones that are really cheap. It's not the best quality, but it's enough. You can't send them in top loaders. You only need this kind of semi-rigid card holders, or they're called card savers. Last two items that I will show you, it's the storage box. I use them usually for bulk cards. It can fit up to 4,000 cards. That's a lot. It works fine. Last item, it's a binder. I use them for most cards except bulk. I use them for vintage cards. I use them for illustration rares. Every card from 1-2 euro, I put it in the binder. I have two of them. It fits up to 360 cards. That's enough for the use that I do. It's enough. I don't have too many illustration rares, and I like to I printed for every page a number, so every page is numbered. I use it to find the cards in a faster way after. Let's take you from the other perspective. Guys, we just saw it's not too much. It's very fast. It's much easier than I expected, and I hope that you expected too. And I would say it's also not that expensive, because if we count all the bureaucratic things, it was around 70, at least in Germany. 70 euro for that. For the shipping materials, for the helpers, it will be if you buy everything that I showed you. But as we saw, there are optional things. The printer, you don't need it for the start if you don't have enough budget. Team bags are also optional, for example. But all the things together will be around 150, 200. And remember that there is in the description below the list with all the links to the items. And for the cards, you can start with bulk collections, which are not that expensive. You can pay 1, 2, 3 cents for a card. And otherwise, you can start with your own collection. It's also a very good way to start. I didn't do it in the first video. I told you that I sold actually everything before starting this, and but I think it would have helped me a lot. As I say, guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to follow if you want to be part of this journey. Leave a like, leave a comment if for everything. You can give me constructive feedback. You can say whatever you want. And see you in the next video. Bye, guys.